Today we're taking the griddle from this to this. If you want to see how we do a full reseasoning on a Blackstone 22-inch griddle, then stick around while we dig in.
I can't believe the WALTWINS. They're right there. That's one of them. That's the other one.
I'm the other one. Hey, welcome back. I'm Adam. I'm Brett. And we are the WALTWINS. You might not have recognized us today because we're not in uniform. We are We're already a filthy mess. We're hot. We're sweaty. We're out here getting ready to reseason Brett's griddle. If this is your first time here with the WALTWINS, welcome. Consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything we do. And in fact, today we're not cooking. We're not cooking today, but we are getting the griddle ready. Brett got his griddle in April last year? February, March, right at the beginning of the pandemic, really. Right, yeah. And he did a lot of solo cooks, and then he also did a lot of practice cooks that we would end up doing here together. I'm glad that he did. We call his patio the test kitchen, and he's thrown a lot of meals on this. And in the process, we've learned a lot about seasoning, too much seasoning, and what happens over time. So after a few coats of regular oil, we did start to use some of the flaxseed. Buildup of the flaxseed and the other oils on Brett's over time got really, really thick. Here's what Brett's griddle looks like up close. So you can see beat up, worn down, and food is just starting to stick. And people have asked us a lot, how do you know when it's time to reseason? And what do you do to reseason? Now here's the deal. I do reseasoning on mine quite often, where I'll just, after I'm done cooking and I clean it, I'll throw a layer of oil on it, let it burn off a little bit, then let it cool down, put another thin coat, put it away for the day. That works over time. Sometimes when it just gets left and neglected too much, which I asked Brett to do for this. I'll tell you what, he did say kind of leave it. We've been getting some requests on reseasoning. So after a couple of cooks, instead of carrying to it like Adam said, we go and wipe it down and reseason, I decided just let it go with just a quick wipe, and you can see the buildup that happened with just that. So, so here we are. We're gonna do with Brett's what I've done with the Big 36, which is to actually kind of sand it down, get that coat off of there. This also works if you see a lot of rust. If you're coming out of the winter or you haven't used it in a while, you see a lot of rust. Some of the rust you can scrape away and clean up, put some more oil on and you're fine. Some, it is gonna need a re-sanding. The best part about it though, yes, because it's cold rolled steel, you can do it. Yes, and that's one thing I was gonna say. You see rust, a lot of people think, oh, now it's just a rust bucket, time to get rid of it, it was a waste of money. No, it was not a waste of money. If you need to, just send it to us. Just, we'll get rid of it for you. Yes, but yes, trust the Blackstone, trust the cold rolled steel. This tool is absolutely amazing, this machine, and we're gonna show you how you can really beat this up and make it look brand new again. We'll be using my little mouse sander actually towards the end, but we're gonna start with the cordless drill, and I did buy these wire wheels. I bought a set of these actually at Harbor Freight for I think less than 10 bucks. Yep. There were 5 different wheels on them. This is a little bit smaller. This is one of the bigger ones though. You can buy the really big wheels, but for this and this little project, that's all it's gonna take, and this will drain these batteries relatively quickly. That's why we're only gonna start with this and hopefully end with the sander and get that surface completely cleaned off and ready to reseason. So one thing I did want to mention is, while we're at it, this camping table that I have from CGI. I actually ordered it on Amazon for around $90, and the reason we mention that is because we're gonna have a description below, and if you use that link, then we'll get a little kickback, and you can get this amazing thing. It's lightweight, I think maybe 20 pounds. It takes a few seconds to pop up, and it holds up to 300 pounds. That's right, which has been awesome. So Brett uses that. He has a small patio in his condo, and that is a perfect little setup. Also works as an excellent camping table to take with you. But if you check the description below, we will have a link to Amazon for that. And as Brett mentioned, we do get a little kickback, but we like to offer the products that we use, and actually products that we're impressed with, and so we link those below. Okay, so we are filthy already, but we're gonna go ahead and get onto it. So we're gonna suit up here. Just get our little masks on. Sometimes it's about having the right tool for the job. This only lasted about 3 minutes. So we did that. We made sure we got the right pads for the sander. So we're going to continue to grind. When it's just about all grinded down, we'll go ahead and switch over to the sander. I didn't know if you could hear me. Step 1 done. Man, this will make we've even washed up some. That was only the first part. We sanded down the surface. We could have done the sides, the back, and everything. Any place we saw rust, we saw a little on the sides, we went ahead and shaved that down, got it all the way back down to the bare surface, and now we can just start the seasoning process as though this were brand new. I was telling Brett when we went to go get the tools, man, honestly, after I re-seasoned mine, I wanted to find another one to do it again because it's just fun. This part's the dirty, messy part, but it's actually, the fun part is actually re-seasoning and watching this whole process. I mean, so let's get this going. It was, once we got the corded drill, that took 45 minutes to get the little bit done, and 30 minutes left to get the rest of it done. So for sure, we're gonna go ahead and just show the process of the re-seasoning. This is one of my favorites, so let's get at this. We are gonna be using flaxseed oil on this. We have found it is the strongest here in Central Florida. I'm gonna go get it. It holds the best without pulling that seasoning back up. So we'll go ahead and throw that on. We'll do several layers. The first thing is we're gonna get this thing scalding hot and let it cook for about 10-15 minutes. Once we see it really, really darkening up, then we're gonna get our first thing of oil and spread that around really, really lightly. Today we are just gonna use paper towels because they do work, but you'll see we'll spread probably 3 or 4 layers to get this nice and perfect, get this nice black surface just the way we want. Lay it down, let it go 10-15 minutes till we don't see the smoke anymore coming up, then we'll stop. So that's what we're using, the flaxseed oil we picked up at Walmart, but we'll go ahead and get this going. All right, man, we're starting to see some coloration. We'll give this a few more minutes and then we'll lay our first coat of oil. All right, we are ready to lay down the first layer of oil. We're gonna go ahead and lay a nice coat and then we're gonna spread this. And the idea is to not lay it on super thick, just a nice thin coat. But we've already got some really good color in here, so we're gonna get it going.
I'd run 1,000 miles if I could run with you. And from what I have heard, you do the same thing too. I wanna say forever, we could be good together. Guess misery loves company. too late than never. You know we could do better. So take a chance and run with me. Everywhere we go, we turn to paradise. All I know is that I need you in my life. Let me show you how it feels to roll the dice. You know you want it.
Some of the sides and the back, we didn't get all the seasoning off, and that's okay because it's not the cooking surface, and it's just going to be adding to the sides and more of a protection anyway.
Let me show you how it feels to roll the dice. You know you want it. Just
All right, we got some nice color. That smoke has stopped. We're on for round 2. Here's our next layer.
see what do we do it just for fun. You only get so many trips around the sun.
Bro, this is only going to take a couple of layers. This may be one more coat after this. Yours actually is cooking way more even than mine did. Mine was definitely the middle, and it took me a couple months to start to get the corners to turn. Yours is going to be a lot better off. All right, let's give it some time here. All right, man. Well, that's looking super dark. One more time might be it. Might do it the charm that it needs.
So
Let's get one
crazy.
more.
With as shiny and silver as it was, what, less than 30 minutes ago, and now you can see the Blackstone is becoming the Blackstone.
Right.
Everywhere we go, we'll turn to paradise. All I know is that I need you in my life. Let me show you how it feels to roll the dice. You know you want it. Just say the word.
Well, there it is, man. Easy peasy, dirty squeezy.
I've washed
Dude.
my hands, not the rest of myself.
I got my battle wounds from all this, but this was a quick, easy process, quick and easy.
Yeah.
Dude, this was
Just like
grueling.
everything else, that was grueling, but it was actually a lot of fun. You know, once we got the right tool with the corded drill, because the battery power just went out after like less than 5 minutes, we got it on. It was so satisfying. Put that wire wheel down, and you can instantly see the seasoning just start to shave off, you know, layer by layer. And so it was just a whole lot of fun. And then cleaning it and then reseasoning it.
Right, there was the wire wheel brush. By the way, this is the Warrior brand. This is the cheap. I think I got this for $10 at Harbor Freight. Same with that corded drill. Now, we initially started with the cordless drill, and I remember when I used it on mine, it took forever because the battery wears out quick. It was $30 the drill. If you don't have a drill, there are other ways to do it. You can sand this down. It is grueling. It's a lot of work. Or get somebody to do it for you. But this is how to do a full reseason. If you're just looking for spot reseasoning, you don't have to worry about it. I just make sure and scrape it down a little bit.
Yep.
And then I just lay my flaxseed oil or whatever oil and just kind of do the reseasoning process over, specifically focusing on the parts that need the reseasoning. But this is for a full resurface, reseasoning, and hopefully this helps you. But Brett, aside from coming to reseason your griddle and get you basically a brand new griddle surface.
Thank you very much.
Which, by the way, just speaks to the longevity of these things, because
Yes.
now this is almost like brand new again.
Absolutely.
But aside from that, why else did we come out here to do this?
Because all we do is twin, no matter what.
And with that, we bid you adieu.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
And
Griddle on!
I'd run 1,000 miles if I could run with you.